Welcome to Story Guy, where my family hates me for selling my son's TV. Hello there, I'm a 66-year-old father dealing with a complicated situation involving my 24-year-old son, a pair of twins, and a recent addition to our household. Let me fill you in on the details. So, my eldest son and his wife had to move back in with me. When he lost his job during COVID, I graciously allowed them to stay, and in return, they contribute to the mortgage and bills. Now that my son has found a new job, it's the least they can do, right? Anyway, a few weeks ago, his wife decided to bring a tiny, fragile kitten into our home. She formed this bizarre attachment to it, treating it like her own child. Frankly, I find it a bit over the top. Apparently, she's known the kitten since birth, because the owner's mother is her best friend. Just weird, if you ask me. Now, my son and his wife have become these ridiculously overprotective parents when it comes to the kitten. They practically quarantine it, especially when my twins are around. They're always going on about how it's too delicate and how my kids might make it sick. Come on, it's just a cat. Of course, being the loving and caring father that I am, I reluctantly gave in to my younger kid's pleas to spend some time with the cat. So, one day, while my son and his wife were at work, I allowed my 13-year-old twins, a girl and a boy, to keep the cat in their room. Big mistake, apparently. During their playtime, something went wrong, and the cat got injured. My daughter came out crying, and the poor thing seemed a bit dazed. I'm not heartless, so we rushed the cat to the vet, but unfortunately, it didn't survive due to a severe hematoma. Accidents happen, right? But you wouldn't believe the chaos that followed in our household. My older son and his wife lost their minds, blaming my younger son for everything. It was ridiculous. They even made these outrageous accusations and spewed all sorts of nonsense about his irresponsibility. Can you believe it? Accidents happen. Damn it. Naturally, my younger son wanted to get another cat to make up for the loss. But of course, my older son threw a fit. He went on and on about my irresponsible parenting and how he can't trust me to keep a pet alive, as if he's the authority on the matter. I've had enough of his entitled attitude. In an act of defiance, I sold his precious TV to get my 13-year-old son a Siamese cat. Why not? It's time someone showed my older son that he can't control everything in this house. Oh, and I'm also grounding my daughter because she's been avoiding her brother, which is probably for the best. I guess I'm looking for some advice on how to deal with this mess, although I'm not sure anyone here will understand the real dynamics at play. Thanks for hearing me out. What I'll never be. I'm coming to terms that I may never be a parent. I never had goals of being a parent or anything, but I've always wanted to know what that would feel like, to bring someone into this world. The daughter I used to dream about. I've already grieved the life I'll never give her. I only saw that kind of life with two people and both of them have ghosted me, so she's just a beautiful ghost of possibility now. I'm coming to terms with the fact that I may never be a spouse. Every little girl who grew up in the 90s dreamed of their prince, thanks Disney, but mine hasn't come yet. No one ever stays. I've been told I'm a great woman, and I certainly feel like one, but that's not enough to hold the wrong people. The statement, "I love you," always comes with the hidden "until." Often, in my case it's, "I love you until I get bored of you," it seems. It feels like no one is going to see my worth but me. It hurts because I give so much to people that just can't see me. What I am is a good person despite what I won't be. I give back to my community and find joy in helping others. I am always a safe place for the people that need it. I teach kids how to be leaders and advocate for their communities. People of all ages look up to me. I'm passionate about making life easy for everyone I encounter. I do my best to understand others without judgment and always be fair. I have a loving family and plenty of nieces and nephews to spoil. I have my cats that make any space we share feel like home. Those titles, while special, don't mean I have no value. Not being a spouse or parent doesn't diminish my light in any capacity. From now on, I will focus my attention on what I am instead of titles that may not find me. I can be good in spite of My ex-boyfriend was gay and sleeping with married men. My BF and I broke up after being together for a year. I confronted him with proof near the end that he had been cheating men, lying, gaslighting, and manipulating me at that time, and despite there being proof, he still denied and tried to gaslight me. He did not apologize or have any remorse for how he mentally or emotionally abused me throughout the relationship or his cheating. Throughout the relationship, I had a suspicion that he might be attracted to men from small things he would occasionally say or do. However, when I asked him, he denied it. I figured maybe I was just seeing things where there really wasn't anything to see. Nope. I was spot on. The messy part is that he was fooling around with other married men who are on the DL in his social circle and work circle. I didn't care about his sexual preferences, but using me as a beard without my knowledge and potentially exposing me to STDs because of lying and cheating was not okay. Not to mention that our whole relationship felt like a lie. I'm torn. BC and these wives of the men sleeping with my ex are being exposed, and from my interactions with them, they seem pretty clueless. I would have never figured it out either unless I became a detective to figure out why my intuition was telling me something was really off. Apparently, these men keep their lies relative to their everyday routine, going to the store, to get a haircut, etc., and use the extra 15 minutes here and there to cheat. I haven't said anything, but it is killing me to know that these men secretly fool around with each other behind their wives' backs. She got what she needed and dumped me. I had a 1.5 year relationship with my ex. My first relationship. I'm a 22 meters, and she is 22 yo. She was the perfect girl for me at this time, but she dumped me for the first time after a year, because her new friends convinced her that I was a bad guy. They never saw me or spoke to me because I was studying abroad. As I was abroad for the semester, I couldn't do anything about it. After that, I fought to get back with her and I succeeded. 1 month later, when I came back, I found a completely changed girl, but I still loved her, so I tried again with her. I was always there for her, even though she had affairs right after leaving me. I helped her to fight her depression and suicidal thoughts. I cleaned her depression apartment even if it made me deeply sick. I encouraged her to see a therapist. I also helped her start taking care of her diabetes by taking her to the doctor. I saved her from eviction once because she didn't have enough money to pay her overdue rent. Even when I was abroad, I called her an Uber to take her to the hospital when her own mother had abandoned her. Yet she treated me like I was worth nothing, ignoring me, being cold most of the time, spending her time at nightclubs and reconnecting with guys she had slept with in the meantime. She knew it was hurting me, but she didn't care because it's her friends now. When I asked for affection and the bare minimum in a relationship, it turned into a fight because she couldn't understand me. My last good deed was taking her first-year final exams online for her. Yeah, I regret it. I took her exams. We were on a video call when I helped her. She had been failing the first year for 3 years, and you know what they say, you is blind. I had met her whole family before, and they all were so sad to imagine her fail again. During the online exam, she was crying and having a panic attack because she didn't understand anything. I had to do everything for her. I responded to every single question of the tests, screaming at her not to give up when she just wanted to quit during the exam. So, she graduated because of me. Even when I finished her tests, she told me, if I graduate, it's because of you. Thank you. But a few days later, she dumped me like trash, saying we just weren't compatible, and she went straight out clubbing. It's been a month now, and I'm still suffering terribly. I failed my dream master's interview because of this. It has been my goal for 3 years. I have worked tremendously hard to get into this master's program, to get excellent grades in college, to get the chance to be interviewed, and I failed because of what she did to me. I couldn't concentrate. Yesterday, a friend of mine who sometimes hangs out with her told me that she got the exam results, and she was bragging to everyone. She's talking about how proud she is and how well she did on the exams. She's also spreading all sorts of horrible things about me, big lies and dirty things. Everyone is proud of her, family, friends. No one knows the truth except this friend. Everyone hates me because they believe her lies. I find it horribly unfair. How can someone who once loved me do this? How do these people always manage to get what they want? I lost everything, and she got the jackpot. I often pray before sleeping, asking God to make me die while I'm asleep. I can't take this injustice anymore.